Good day, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is the second season to my life. So, first, I want to start off by wishing you all a happy new year. Can't believe it. We're into 2025, right? I hope your new year was great. I spent my new year eating this because I was, because I cut out the breads, the noodles, and the rice, and any kind of fried foods or anything like that. So I decided I would treat myself, right? And then I went ahead and drank myself to sleep that night, which I have done since 2020 on New Year's. Mind you, I'm not an alcoholic. Uh, that was the first time I drank in all of 2024. So yeah, it's just something I've done every New Year's. Kind of knock myself out and wake up to a new life, which I woke up to fasting. The next day, I didn't eat until I think 1, and then I didn't touch bread, noodles, or rice. Mind you, uh, Quitter's Day is the second Friday of January, and guess what? I haven't quit. I still haven't touched no bread, rice, or noodles, except for one day. I did go ahead and eat tacos on Taco Tuesday. So I did cheat, but I still fasted. So I'm not gonna be strict. I'm not. I'm not looking at this like a diet. I'm looking at it as a way of living. That's how I'm looking at it. Not a diet at all. So I'm not going to be super strict on myself. But anyway, the first day started horribly. I knocked over my cup of coffee. I moved the cup of coffee, cleaned up that area, then knocked over the cup of coffee in the other direction. So that's how the day started. Oh, yeah, yeah. Then I found out that I have a huge bill to pay. Yeah, and my credit score went. And why? Because I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. I never owned a credit card in my life, and I got a credit card, and yeah, some stuff happened. Long story, and I thought in my head it works like a bill, right? That I could just stop paying on it, and it would just go to collections. And wrong answer. All right, the credit card just keeps going up, like it keeps just charging me, charging me, charging me. So I got to figure that out. That's like a whole thing that's going on right now. Oh, and then that day, so I'm doing great. I fast. I didn't eat no bread or anything, and I didn't. But then my landlord decided she was gonna buy a pizza, a delicious supreme pizza. And I was like, oh, I want some so bad. And then she's like, just take all the toppings off. So that's what I did. I took all the toppings off, and I ate just the toppings and the cheese and whatnot, and I gave the bread to the dogs. So I still kept up, right? I didn't quit on Friday. I did not quit on Friday. I am still fasting. I'm still staying away from bread. I might cheat here and there, especially like Taco Tuesday. It's just my thing. So, anyway, then I had some uh, medical issues. There was a problem with my meds. I ordered them. The next day I woke up to check on them, and it said that I canceled an order. I'm like, I didn't cancel an order. And then it said one med was ready, and then the other one needed action. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? So I, like a idiot, I just didn't go get them, and I just reordered them, because I thought they messed up. But then the next day, it was the same thing, the same exact thing. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I reordered them again. And then the next day, it happened again, right? So there was one day out of there, I think it was like the 8th or something, that I spent in bed, depressed, out of control. My body was trembling. I'm on an antipsychotic, so it a lot of things happened to my body. I couldn't go hang out with my cousins whatsoever because I was out of it. I was very snappy. Everything I was hearing was annoying me. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Uh, but I finally went in and asked them what the hell's going on, and they said, I told them who my insurance was because they didn't even have my insurance on their computers no more. And I told them, and I guess apparently my insurance screwed up the numbers to their store, so they weren't getting their insurance no more. So I had to order it from a different store and go there and get them the next day. And by the end of that day, I was a wreck. I was a wreck. 3 days without my meds. Yeah, I was a complete and utter wreck. Um, you know, I will always say that. I will always say that definitely when it comes to mental health, therapy is a big thing. Learning how to control your emotions and everything is a big thing because I got through that pretty well. But I also knew that I needed to stay home and not be around people because I could have snapped on them or whatever, because I was off my meds. And so, I mean, for some of us, yeah, we need our meds for certain things. But other than that, I did really well with the anxiety. Right, it was high, but I did well with it. No self harm, no nothing like that. So I did really really good. I did stay in bed. I was in bed quite a bit that day. But I mean, it's all I could really do. Then, like day four or something, I discovered that I can upload my videos on my hotspot, over my phone. I can actually do it. I've noticed that it takes longer at certain points in time and then it doesn't take as long. Sometimes, I guess that's probably just how strong my signal is. But it is, regardless, it is still slower than going to somebody's house and using their actual internet. But it saves me time. Uh, it saves me money driving. It saves me stress, because I have bad social anxiety, so it saves me stress. I can get more stuff done while I'm here waiting for those videos to upload. So that day, I got so much stuff done by 9 a.m. I mean, mind you, I did get up at 1 a.m. But regardless, I still got a bunch of stuff done because I made that discovery. Still can't do shorts though. For some reason, I can't make YouTube shorts that easily at home. It's always knocking me out, so I still have to go to people's houses for that. Also, going to other people's houses and using their stuff just makes you feel, I don't know, it makes me feel like shit. Then I finally got to launch my Patreon, which kind of sucked because I wanted it to launch on New Year's Eve at midnight, but I did not realize that it had to go through a checkup. So it didn't get released, I think, until the third, and then I only got two Patreons. But I got excited that I got two Patreons. I don't care. I think anytime somebody does something like, I mean, people like my stuff or can't comment on my. I get excited. I get so excited, especially if I get a thank you. If like my card reading helps somebody in some way, that is such a good feeling. But anyway, that Sunday, which would have been like the fifth or something, I went ahead and I did my live brunch over YouTube, and there was only two people, but hey, they still paid. I mean, I'm only getting $10 a month, but they still paid. They deserve what I offered, so I went ahead and did it. And in fact, today on the 12th, I went ahead and did the other one, and my only one person showed up, but we had a good conversation for about an hour and a half, and then I went ahead and decided that I needed to do this. And then that's also when I had my epiphany about this channel and what I'm going to do with it. And because I'm stuck here, in Illinois for right now, it's kind of hard to take off and move and get all the stuff that you need to live van life when you're on a fixed income. And then you got your small little things here and there that are bringing in a little bit of cash. But so since I'm stuck here in this fucking town, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like this town. I got a lot of bad memories here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to vlog my life story. of this place. And while I do so, I'm going to take video of this place, and I'm going to tell you my tales. Not all of them are going to be bad, but yeah, there's going to be quite a few that are going to be pretty horrible. I will tell good stuff too, though. I will tell good stuff too. But there are going to be some pretty spicy stories that I tell. So that is definitely one direction that season two is going in. Is my life story here in Rockford. Since I'm stuck here and the surrounding areas, and things, adventures or whatever, if you want to call them that, life experiences that I've gone through here in this area. So that is something to look forward to. I also started thinking about my music and how, I really need to jump on that a little bit more and give that more time. So I've made a really better schedule for myself when it comes to my music and this channel and my card reading, and uploading at home is going to make that so much better. It just is. It's going to make it so much easier to be able to be like, I'm done with the cards, and while they're uploading, because they take a while, I can be playing my guitar and writing songs at the same time. It's just going to open up a lot bigger of a time period. It's going to open up a lot more time for me, and that's great because I really need to get on with my music. I really actually want to get out there and do some tiny shows down the line. I also realized that I own a little something. We'll talk about that later. It's underneath a bunch of crap over here, um, but I own something that's gonna help me be able to play out and not have to worry about my carpal tunnel and my arthritis and all that crap. Then I had a day. Okay, so this happened. I think this happened the last day that I didn't have my meds. Uh, Not only did I sleep, I also got really crazy about my tripod. Like, I have this one tripod that's like flimsy and stuff, and that's my phone tripod, my selfie stick. And then I have this other tripod for doing my cards, which actually has two ends to it, right? And then I have my other tripod that I use for my actual camera. And I wanted to use that tripod because it was so much stronger, which is the one that I'm using right now, and it goes up a lot higher and whatnot. So I can actually get better footage than I did when I made my changing lights videos. I can actually get a better shot of doing something like that with this tripod. And I took all the tripods apart, trying to figure out how I can use this tripod with my phone. Took them all apart. And all I had to do was unscrew one piece and screw it onto this tripod. That's all I had to do. And I had them all tore apart, trying to figure out all these different ways to do stuff. I went as far as to almost using duct tape just to get that thing on there. And all I had to do was unscrew it from the one and screw it onto the other. And done. What a pain in the ass of a day. But mind you, my mind, I had monkey mind so bad, because I wasn't on my meds. So I was all over the place, freaking out about the bill, freaking out about this, freaking out about that. And yeah, so anyway. And then there was other things like I was so out of it, and my cousins needed me to take them somewhere, but I was so not in the right mind, and I had to make them wait. I had to, and I feel bad for that, but I gotta take care of me. If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of everybody else, right? So that's all there is to it. And then I got a flat tire. My tire would not air up; it was just going flat, and I had no money because the other thing that happened was I forgot to renew my card, my debit card, and I went to my bank to get a temporary card after they told me online to go to the bank and get a temporary card. They didn't have any. So I had to wait a week to get my debit card. So I had no debit card. I couldn't take money out of the bank and the place that we were going to get me a new used tire didn't take debit card. They took cash. So luckily, my landlord, being as cool as she is, she put the money up for me to get the tire. So luckily that happened. And then that's when we went out for Taco Tuesday, and I kind of cheated on my whole thing. But like I said, I'm not trying to make that a diet. I'm trying to make that a way of living. No bread, no rice, no noodles for the most part. But I can cheat here and there. I mean, you gotta figure. I was drinking like a pop or two a day, bread here, rice there, noodles here. I take all that stuff away. That's a lot. I'm taking a lot of sugars and whatnot away that I was eating before. And then when I went to my cousin's house, there's all kinds of little Debbie's everywhere. And last time I was over there, I didn't touch anything. None of it. None of it. I'm sticking to this. Okay, I want to lose weight. All right, I'm overweight. Uh, Last time I weighed myself, I was 273 coming off of 293 or 296. So we'll see at the end of this month where I'm at doing all this, and staying away from the breads, the noodles, and the rice and whatnot, and the delicious little Debbie's and what have you. I'm also down to only 18 cigarettes right now. I decided that I was going to take away one cigarette every 5 days. So on the 5th, Sunday, I took away one cigarette. And then yesterday? Yesterday. Yeah, no, not yesterday. Wait, yeah, yesterday I took away another cigarette. So I'm down to 18 now, which is very hard because right when I wake up, I chain smoke with my coffee. That's something I gotta work on, and I'm not sure how to do that. Cigarettes are going to be the hardest thing that I have ever gotten off of, and I've gotten off of a lot of things, and yeah, I think it's crazy that it has become the hardest thing for me to get off of. So I mean, I got it figured out by April 10th. There'll be no more cigarettes, no more. I learned chewing gum kind of helps me a little bit, so I need to get more of that. But April 10th, I'm done. I am done. I want to be cigarette free. I will be cigarette free April 10th, period. And then, okay, so if you watched season one, which wasn't that great at all, but if you did watch it, you know that my cousin was interested in my van, and we were going to do this whole thing so that I could buy the bigger van, okay? And he said that he wasn't going to do that he didn't want to do it. He didn't want the van. So I was like, all right. So right before I go to rip out the seats, his mother asks me about my van, and now he wants my van. But now circumstances have changed. I got this new bill. It's not as warm anymore, so I can't work on that other van. I need to find out what all that other van needs, and I would have had time, but now I don't even have credit to get things that it needs. So now I'm in this state of, I'm just in a state, I don't know what kind of state I'm in actually. I've become so good at remaining calm when it comes to situations. Like a lot of people don't think I'm remaining calm, but I am. I'm remaining pretty calm. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want that bigger van. I really want them to have my van because I've already put in almost $3,000 into it. So it's got new parts and stuff, and I like them to get it, and I like them to get it at a decent price. But circumstances have changed. In 2 months, shit changes. 2 months ago, I could do all this stuff that I was going to do for them, and charge them what I was going to charge them because I would have had time to work on that other van. I would have had the credit to put into that van, and now things have changed. Things are up in the air. So that's where we're at right now. Is just everything up in the air, and yeah. So that's it. That's the beginning of my year. Is all of that. That's what it is. And I am sorry for the lighting in here. It is so bad. Like so bad. Like I don't like this, and I'm gonna have to figure that out. Uh, Usually I use outdoor light. I use natural light, but there is no natural light out today. Today is a snowy, icky day that I just wish I wasn't dealing with. I wish I was down in Quartzsite at the RTR and all that good stuff that goes on down there. And yeah, hopefully next year, right? So there you go. Still on track. Still going to quit smoking. Still going to lose more weight. I already have lost weight. I've already lost some cigarettes. I just need to keep working at it. And that's the thing. That's like my biggest advice is that say you're working on quitting cigarettes and you knock yourself down from 35 cigarettes to 20 cigarettes, and then all of a sudden you're stuck there at 20 cigarettes. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't all of a sudden be like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and smoke the other 15 on top of it. No, still keep track of yourself. Keep it at that 20. If you got to keep it at that 20 for a few months, fine. Then start working on more and more and more. Same with like my eating, the fasting and all that stuff. I did it. I lost weight, but yet I still kept up that I wasn't eating as much, and I still kept up the fasting. Maybe I did hit the breads, the noodles, and the rice, but my weight still stayed down because I was fasting. But now I'm back to fasting and cutting those out. So I'm going to end up losing more weight instead of just staying there. Don't lose yourself. Just because you have a bit of a loss doesn't mean nothing. You can still pick up from where you left off at and move forward. You just got to keep yourself where you left yourself off at. All right, that's my advice right now. Hopefully that made some kind of sense. Hopefully maybe it helps somebody, but that's how I'm looking at it. Is that you got to keep yourself there. You got to keep yourself at the level that you made it to, and retain that, right? And then down the line, start doing more. Start getting rid of more cigarettes. Start eating less crap. Start changing things. Like I was looking at it as a diet at first. Now I'm not looking at it as a diet. No, a way of living. That is what this is going to be. A way of living. Basically, I'm not going to ever stray from this. I'm going to live this way. I'm going to, fast. I'm going to not eat the breads and the noodles and the rice except for maybe once or twice a month or whatever. I'm going to, moderation. I'm adding moderation to my life, not hitting the snacks all the time and all that stuff. So there you go. That is it. That is my update for the beginning of the year. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you're sticking to your shit. I hope you didn't give up on Quitter Friday or Friday Quitters or whatever it's called. I hope you didn't give up. I hope you're still going. I hope you're striving to lose weight or quit smoking or whatever it is that you were wanting to do here in the new year. I hope you're still going at it, regardless if your coffee tipped over twice and you got all these new bills. And don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you from doing what you should be doing for you. Okay? Stay safe, stay mindful, and stay healthy.